Welcome YouTube friends and family to today's edition of the Wellness Homesteader. Today's video is going to be very, very short, but it's important, so I hope you'll take a few moments of your valuable time to not only listen to the video, but it's really important, guys, leave me a comment below. So I have been working on my side hustle a little bit, and if you've all watched my recent budget videos, you know I'm kind of overloaded and will continue to be overloaded with medical bills, which are my responsibility to pay. So having a little bit of a side hustle outside of Social Security can really help me get on top of things, especially because the deductible will start over in January, and I haven't even met my full deductible for the year 2025. But that's up to me and not up to you. But what I wanted to ask you all, as you know, I did a video on how to make, or how I make, a table runner. And I'm gonna hold it up for you. I did a quilted Halloween table runner. And the fabric I happen to have on hand that I used for the back are just these pumpkins. So this doesn't just go Halloween, even though it says Halloween. You can reverse it and have it for just fall. I see Franklin has discovered it. He always thinks these are for him. So I brought it down and he's already laid on it. At any rate, a couple of you have ordered, a few of you have ordered the table runners. I have the strip fabrics for just straight up fall or harvesty look, you know, whatever you want to call it. I have a limited amount of Halloween, but I still have some Halloween left, strips. Not necessarily these exact ones. Let me just share that. And I have a brand new roll that is, and I'm using Jelly Roll strips, which are the narrow strips, that is Thanksgiving. And so I was laying in bed last night trying to sleep, and I thought, you know what would be really nice? Would be to have a table runner that you could use if you're doing like a buffet style for Thanksgiving, that you're putting it on your countertop and you're worried about, you know, I just took my green bean casserole out of the oven and it's hot. How do I keep it from, you know, hurting my countertop? And I use something called Insulbrite, which is an insulated protective material that has metal in it. So think about, you know, your hot mitts, things like that. That would be perfect for those insulated type table runners. Pardon me. So it would work well in the middle of your table. If you're loading up all the dishes and you're eating on your best dining room table and it's not protected on the top. So I thought about that. Now there is a limitation if you want stripes and Insulbrite, it would not be quilted. That takes away from the protective properties. So I brought out here, this is one of my favorite canning mats that I made. It's chickens on one side, eggs on the other, and no, I can't get this fabric anymore. But inside this one is both a layer of Insulbrite and a layer of quilt batting, which is the way I like to do things that I want to be protective. So it just gives you that extra layer. So my question to you all, are you interested in a Halloween, a harvest, a fall, or Thanksgiving table runner, or like a canning mat? This is what a canning mat looks like, and this is what you use when you pull your jars out of the canner and they're really hot and you don't want to shock them. I put them on the canning mat. I've never broken a jar from temperature shock. And I had pinned a comment, thank you, Lorraine, from someone who said, I have used your table runner, or not table runner, your canning mat that you made me for a very long time, and it washes beautifully and, you know, is great. So you can go back and read that comment. It was actually on the video where I made this. So could you drop me a comment below? Are you interested in any of those items? Here's why I'm asking. I have discovered that my local, it's not super local, it's like 40 minutes away, but the closest Hobby Lobby has a pretty good fabric selection. I have more than a bolt of Insulbright. Quilt batting is easy to find. I can even buy good brands at Walmart, so I'm not worried about that. But it would require me to spend some money for not the strips, but thread, backing fabric, and a little bit more quilt batting. Well, I know sometimes you have to spend money to make money, but I'm not interested in spending money if I'm not going to make money. And believe me, guys, you're under no obligation. But I just think it's a really good item to have that you can use years and years to come. And, you know, you could even be so specific as to say, well, I want it Halloween on the front, but I want it just fall on the back. Or I want it Thanksgiving on the front and just fall on the back. Or maybe you want Halloween and Thanksgiving. We don't have to use the strips. I can buy sizable pieces of material as well. That's why I'm asking. I actually did look on Amazon. Guys, don't buy your fabric on Amazon. It is so expensive. It's like $15, $16 a yard. And right now, Hobby Lobby has their fall Halloween, not Halloween, they don't do Halloween, fall and harvest and Thanksgiving fabrics on sale for about $5 a yard. So it will make sense to make a trek over there if you all are interested. So I really would appreciate you dropping me that comment below. And I'm getting ready, y'all. Guess what I'm gonna do with this cone and this wood piece, and you could use a piece of cardboard instead. Yeah, we're gonna make, and I said fall or Halloween. I don't know how a witch's hat could be fall, but you could change up the floral treatment that we're going to do to make it a little less spooky and just a little more harvesty looking. So stay tuned for that video. I will be filming part 1 today. This will be a 2-part video because it requires a lot of dry time. So until I see you again, please go ahead and smash that like button, leave that comment. Yes, I'm interested. No, I'm not. And if you don't want to say no, I get that. You can just not comment or whatsoever. I just need some kind of an idea of how much fabric, if any, to purchase since I did not budget for it this month. All right, guys, take care and I'll see you real soon.